Hey, what's going on, everybody out there? Um, Hope you all had a good Sunday. From a basketball and a football standpoint, I made some quick pivots yesterday to Cobb. It's just with some surprising news, and I cashed at certain places in NFL. You know, it was fortunate. I mean, I'm glad that I made. I'm a risk taker, and I mean, it was an easy decision to just go ahead and plug them in a couple on DraftKings. I just easily made a switch. But anyway, as far as basketball, I'm gonna go over my line from yesterday, and we got a 3-game slate on tap today. I'll try to I'll try to give you guys uh, some quick hits on the slate. Not gonna break it down. The slate is pretty straightforward. 3 games. What you see is what you get. Um, Good thing. NBA done very well this year with the slates, keeping them down. I mean, keeping them at a reasonable amount of games. Uh, it's been like the 7 or 8 game slate every day, and that's been awesome. You know what I'm saying? So getting right off into my yesterday's main slate on draft. I mean, yeah, my main slate on DraftKings didn't do so well. Absolutely bombed. I had D'Angelo Russell. He did all right. Clay Thompson, uh, not what I was expecting. Aaron Gordon and Favors, they just absolutely ruined this lineup. But it is what it is. You got to have a short memory in DFS. You know what I'm saying? Just happened. Both of them had a bad night on the same ticket for me, and I had them coming in at high ownership as well. Tyson Chandler, I had the feeling he's been playing well. He came up big at probably 4.9K, and he went probably about 6 times, and that's what we're looking for. At 8%, that was nice as well. Kyrie Irving, he hit around value. I think he came in about 8K. Hayward, he hit value, and Booker, somebody who I was on. I love this matchup, and I pulled the trigger. And that was my main. I actually, like I said, I bombed in my main. It is what it is. It happens to the best of us. You know, so be it. Overall, it was a good day on DraftKings for me, though. I did make a profit, so that's what we're looking for. Even if you win $1, it's still a profit. Moving on. Well, that's my DraftKings want to act up. Well, my internet acts like you want to act up. But as far as early only though, I did. I just do one lineup. I kind of base it basically off of the same things that I kind of base it off the same things that I same lineups that I use on both sites. So um, with that being said, yeah. But as far as yeah, on FanDuel, I kind of you know, like I said, I always do one lineup. But anyway, we got Chris Paul coming in at 25% ownership. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. But yeah, Malcolm Brogdon, he I dodged the bullet yesterday with the ABC news coming out after lineups broke. It's unfortunate a lot of people got burned, got burned by that. It's DFS, man. It's crazy, but yeah, a lot of people got burned by that situation. So that's unfortunate. But anyway, um, DeMar DeRozan, James Harden, Otto Porter, those guys performed well. DeMarre Carroll, Jabari Parker, um, James Johnson, and Luis Nogueira. Uh, Lucas Nogueira. But news came out late that Patrick Patterson was going to play. I thought for sure that Patrick Patterson wasn't going to play today. So I knew that would have gave Nogueira at least another 5 to 10 minutes where he could at least, uh, um, you know, hit a little. I mean, had a little bit more better production for me. But it is what it is. Moving over to DraftKings, similar lineup that I entered on DraftKings. Got really close to the top score in GPP. Um, this lineup probably hit for $20 on FanDuel and probably hit for about $40 or $50 on DraftKings and GPP. But anyway, Chris Paul, Sean Kilpatrick, Robert Covington, Nogueira, DeRozan, Embiid, and Carroll. A fast up-tempo game. I knew Carroll was probably gonna be able to generate something in that up-tempo environment. A lot of jump shots and a lot of rebound opportunities and assist opportunities with the weak defense. A pick right here, Sean Kilpatrick. Maybe if I would have took Brogdon on this lineup, I probably could have got maybe about 20 more points. Would have pushed me up to probably about a good 330s, 30ish, upper or mid 330s, and where would that probably would have landed me? Brogdon would have been close to a takedown, at least a top 10 finish, because I finished at the 55 range. But anyway, that was just a recap of what happened yesterday. Let's get into what's going on today. Now, we got a 3-game slate, man. I'm not gonna get into it. What I'm gonna give you guys probably some darts. That's what I'll probably give you guys, and leave it short. We can sort out this madness at another time. Let me see what I got coming up right now, so I can show you guys a little something. Let's see. We'll edit. We'll hit edit real fast so I can get into the slate. Internet is slow. Oh. What are we working with here? What are we working with here? Right. So we got two games at 7, and then we got a couple games at one game at 6:30. These games should be in and out. You'll probably be able to catch you some college football and stuff like that. Kicking it off with this New Orleans and New York game. Just going through the player pools. Drew Holiday, someone who I love. Derrick Rose, he can have a game as well. And on this slate, anything goes. Anything goes. I would like to say anything goes on the slate. We know the studs on the slate. I'm going to just point out some guys that can probably help you move and shake. Brandon Jennings, you can catch him on the night, and anything can be possible. And um, New Orleans is not that great defensively at the point guard position, and just about everybody who's somebody is probably in play on this slate. You got your Buddy Hills, your Courtney Lees, um, interesting play right here. Dante Cunningham, he gets the minutes. Tyreek Evans, his minutes has been creeping, around that. Both of these teams are bad defensively. So, Tyreek Evans, his minutes are like no more than 20 right now, but, he can be an efficient player, So you taking shots, you making plenty lineups. He can be somebody, that can be considered, 20-minute cap. He been having back spasm as well, but the totals for this game is 215, the highest on the slate. They got New York favored by 4. New York is at home. Another interesting punt right here was this guy, Kuz. I just call him Kuz because I don't go into all the name calling and everything like that. But like I said, it's war. This is a war slate. You can see what he's been doing in little minutes, under 20. The last 4 games he hit value 3 out of the last 4. I just say 3 out of the last 4, but just as somebody, a GPP option in a 3-game slate that you could use around minimum price and that could boom or bust for you. Anthony Davis, Terrence Jones, all these guys are, somebody that you can consider as far as, like Joakim Noah, for instance. I think he's getting his groove. The Senate, I think he's getting his groove. He's coming in at 4.9K. I like him when he getting his groove, man. Joakim Noah, he's a triple double threat at the center spot, and he has a high basketball IQ. And he's the same price on FanDuel, so he's somebody that you could consider on both sites. Anthony Davis is same price on both sites. Porzingis is a little higher on DraftKings, on FanDuel than he is DraftKings, but around the same area. And on FanDuel, you have Carmelo Anthony. He's around the same area, but there is a 700 difference. He's 72 on DraftKings and 79 on FanDuel. So I'll just move over to the next game. It's kind of a interesting game as well. Dallas, they play a slow pace, and Minnesota would like to play a slow pace as well. This game, not much to like about the total. 194 point total. Minnesota favored by 4 at home. It's gonna be a whole lot of bumping and grinding in this game. You're looking at the point guard position here. You got headlining, you got Darren Williams, and then you got Ricky Rubio. I'd say advantage Williams to be if you feel like you want to be aggressive. He's sporting a 5,900 tag on DraftKings. FanDuel, and 5,600 on DraftKings. And Rubio's 54 on DraftKings and 56 on FanDuel. These Rubio can rack up the assists. Darren Williams could get buckets and assists, and I'm not a fan of Rubio's defense. One thing to point out, J.J. Barrera, he just came back his last game. He played around 16 or 17 minutes. His last game, he's been probably absent for about 10 games. Let's see. DraftKings, he played 17 minutes. He put up 22 fantasy points. He's at 4K on DraftKings, and on FanDuel he's at 5,200. So that's a whole 1,200, price discrepancy. And that they can, if you're playing both sites, how it is. The price discrepancies are real. One player is a better play on another site. For instance, especially because of the scoring differences and the bonuses as well. So J.J. Barrera is somebody that can come in for 10 minutes and give you 15 fantasy points in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? So he's someone to keep an eye on. They're just cluttered. They're cluttered over there at the guard rotation. Some of these guys, they play the 1 and the 2, and they play crazy rotations, So that's how, that's something to look at as far as, yeah. Then you have your Devin Harris's, and Chris Dunn's, and somebody that's not on my radar. But if you're feeling froggish, I guess you can leap. You know what you get. This is a tough matchup for Levine. He'll be guarded by Wesley Matthews. Levine is very aggressive. Levine is very aggressive. So Wesley Matthews, both of these guys, they log heavy minutes, and it'll be a dog fight, man, between these two. Seth Curry is losing minutes now that I'm quite sure he's going to take a hit, but Seth Curry will probably take a hit now that Barrera is back, but because Matthews, he logs a whole lot of minutes. Wiggins, Thibodeau, just like Thibodeau, his starters, he gives his starters just like the whole ton of minutes. So those are guys that I'm just, I probably would consider playing. If their whole start lineup is in play, but Harrison Barnes in play. Sebastian Muhammad, he does sneak in his minutes, and just one of those guys that can help you win a GPP on a day like this. Towns, he has a great matchup tonight. Gorgie Jean, someone who will probably just be on the fade. Dirk Nowitzki, interesting play. He's an interesting play, and another play that I want to talk about for cheap is Andrew Bogut coming in at the center spot. I just know his services will be needed. 3.2K. He has a pretty high basketball IQ. Rebound, pass the ball. As long as the minutes are there for him, which I think they should be there tonight. Nice salary at 3 point, close to minimum on DraftKings, and he's 3,800 on FanDuel. Someone that can make a difference depending on which route you're trying to take tonight. Moving over to the last game. To the last game that I'll be covering. We got injury news for Jimmy Butler. He's a game time decision at the moment. Wade will be playing, so at least we do know that. Going against Westbrook. When you're playing this slate tonight, there's going to be all types of ways that you want to attack it. There's ways that you can attack the slate. short slate, number one. Leaving money on the table, that's a tip. Just all sorts of things, man. But be careful out there. It's a war It's gonna be a war tonight. Anyway, moving along. Westbrook, we already know Westbrook. Michael Carter Williams. Uh, Rajon Rondo, he's been on the back burner. Jerry and Grant, somebody that you can probably look into, especially if Jimmy Butler doesn't play. I think Denzel Valentine is questionable, maybe close to doubtful over to the shoot guard position. Oladipo, he logs heavy minutes. Someone who's in play, we all know that. I'll just move over to somebody else. Miritich, McDermott, and Roberson, Grant, all interesting plays. McDermott minutes has been ramped up. Regardless of he'll get the start if Butler is out, but lately his minutes have been ramped up. I'll have to give you guys a look. Someone that can help you hit a GPP on any format. His price has risen to 4,200 as of right now. Let's check and see what he's been doing. At last game, he went. You might as well just say he went 10 times last game against Toronto. 3,800. He went for 34.5, and then he went 9 times right here as well. Game before that, so all that right there, those last 2 games I missed out on them. The minutes were there for him. Somewhere where I've been sleeping at. The minutes have been there at minimum price. So now he's creeping up. He's going to need about 20 to hit value, 27, 22, something like that to hit value. But he can do it. And he get hot with the best of them. His price on DraftKings on FanDuel is around 4K as well. Yeah, he's at 4K on FanDuel. So someone to look at from here on out. Hoiberg likes shooters. He came from the college coach. He liked shooters then. He likes shooters now, and he wants more shooting in Chicago. Andre Roberson, someone who logs heavy minutes. Nikola Mirotic, he's been coming around as of late. Somebody keep an eye on, even on bigger slates, the GPP option. Someone that can help you win some money tonight, as well as Taj Gibson and Sabonis. Sabonis, if he have a great game, these plays are really nice plays that I like on DraftKings. Not Sabonis as so much, but he does hit value. Every now and then on a slate like this, he's always someone to consider. Okay, so it looks like Cantor is labeled as center only. Steven Adams has been tearing it up. Robin Lopez, another cheap option. His price is actually lowering, and I'm not happy with his production, as me being from Chicago. But that covers where I was trying to get at. But like I say, tips for this slate. Well, it's only 2 things I wouldn't say it's no in between. I'd probably go light or I'd probably go ham. Me personally, I probably I always want run line on DraftKings, and on FanDuel I throw my GPPs on FanDuel, so I probably one line on DraftKings and put it in GPP and cash. On FanDuel, I don't play as much cash. I might just throw some GPP darts over there. Nothing more, nothing less. I try to go for the gusto on FanDuel. I probably pay a couple cheap GPPs on FanDuel tonight. Nothing more, nothing less. these 3 games right here. I'm gonna give you my favorite play from each game, and I'm gonna ride out. Personally, my favorite play from this New Orleans game, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Drew Holiday. I mean, he's in a good spot. Moving over to this Dallas and Minnesota game, my favorite play from this Dallas and Minnesota game would be Towns. Towns would probably be my favorite play, and then one of my favorite plays from this OKC game, and believe it or not, I would probably say Dwayne Wade. So with that being said, man, I'm out, man. Hope you all have a nice slate. You guys can check out the Facebook groups and all of that. I post my lineups. That's another thing I want to point out to you guys. I post my lineups every once in a while. If I can get done by 10 minutes before lock, then that's when I post my lineup. Keep in mind, I am not the type of person that sets my lineup and I'm just done like 2 hours before lock. No, that's not me. 97% of the time, I'm like almost late putting my lineup in. You know, that's how much I put into my thought I put into my lineup, but I don't start contemplating it, you know, until an hour before lock. But you know, so it's like 5 minutes to go, and you know, I'm still fumbling around every night. Maybe I need to switch that up. I don't know, but that's why it's hard for me to put my lineup out. But maybe I'm going to try to work on that. I have a First Down podcast page on Facebook, and that's where I put the lineup at, and then I shoot it through all my groups. I'm affiliated with a nice amount of groups that I admin. We have another group. It's called Fanduel NBA Talk. Cover photo. Ben Simmons. We're gonna change that soon too. I have to talk to my buddy Brandon about that. Big shout out to Brandon too, man. But anyway, Brandon Mills. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys today, man. So take it easy, man. Peace out.